All right, so we already talked about John Fetterman and how John Fetterman, he can't help himself. He just sucks off Republicans 24/7. It's just like, everything is just like, jujitsu move, let me shit on Democrats some more. Like, you just can't help it. He's always shitting on Democrats, always finger wagging at Democrats, always saying, like, they're inferior and he's superior and you shouldn't insult Republicans and this and that. It's like, hey, asshole, fascism's taking over the country. Wakey, wakey. Why are you, like, berating fucking Joe Schmo or Jane Doe Democrat? Like, why? Why are you doing that? Well, anyway, we have some other Democrats here who, they're not quite Fetterman level, because Fetterman is the worst of the worst, I think you can say fairly. I think it's literally because he has brain damage, but I digress from that point. But there's these other Democrats in the Senate. You can call them Diet MAGA Democrats. And every now and then they just remind you, hey, we suck. Hey, we're horrible. We're better than Republicans, but also we're like semi-Republican, just so you know. We can't just not suck. We have to at least partly suck. So listen to what I say here. So here is Chris Coons, Senator Chris Coons, and he is at this Munich security conference where Marco Rubio went and gave his literally pro-imperialism, pro-colonialism speech. And you had literally a standing ovation from the European simp cucks who want to lick the ball sweat off Trump's scrotum. They were over there, oh, yay, great speech, sir. I love the part where you said imperialism and colonialism is roaring back and we're superior and they're inferior. Yay, yay. And so here is Chris Coons, and he gives you a little bit of his philosophy when it comes to foreign policy. Listen to this.
Part of the challenge we face politically, domestically now.
So part of the challenge Democrats face politically, domestically now is what? What is it, Chris Coons?
Is a generation that is more skeptical of American engagement in the world. We seem to have to relitigate this debate between isolationism and engagement with the world every 70 years or so. And it is being actively litigated in our political system.
So the problem is there's a whole generation of young people, and they don't even want the U.S. to be the world policeman anymore. They don't want the U.S. to be the biggest, baddest dude on the block. They don't want the U.S. to be able to do illegal and offensive wars against countries that didn't attack us. Do you believe that? And we got to relitigate this every 70 years or so. We got to say, hey, isn't it great when we do war crimes and bad when other people do war crimes? Like, why can't we do that? Let us do the war crimes. It actually is insane to me that witnessing what Trump and MAGA is doing and witnessing what George W. Bush did as president with the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War and Abu Ghraib and Guantanamo Bay and all. You look at that and you don't walk away going, hey, non-interventionism is better. Something's wrong with you if you think like that. And I mean that. Something is actually wrong with you cognitively. Like, you're not, like, you might be evil. If you can see how we've acted and you go, of course we should still rule the world. What? Guys, this notion that, hey, we're better than other empires that came before us, that is just a fucking lie. First of all, every empire has the pretty little stories they tell themselves about how we're special. And when we do bad things to people, it doesn't count because we're the good guys and we mean well and our values are the right values and we're just spreading those values. Everybody's got those bullshit stories. It was always dead wrong. It was always a lie. We are no different. We're spreading Western values and Enlightenment values and rule of law. And no, we're not. No, we're not. We are stealing your natural resources. We are lying. We are cheating. We are stealing your natural resources. We're exploiting your countries. We're pillaging. We're looting. We're taking all your stuff and giving it to the pedophile, sadist class of billionaires. That's what we're doing. And the corporations are going to keep exploiting you from now until the end of time, and will lie about it and say, you should thank us for exploiting you because are we the best with our Western values and our Enlightenment values? That's what it is. And here's a Democrat watching Donald Trump bomb Somalia, bomb Nigeria, bomb or fucking do regime change in Venezuela, choke out Cuba and not allow in any oil, which is basically starving the entire country, threaten Panama, threaten Greenland, threaten Mexico. Okay? You're going to bomb Iran again, going to attack Iran again. You're sitting there watching this. The drone war get escalated over 400% where innocent people are dying all over the place. You're sitting there watching this and you're going, I'm not going to question the fundamental underpinnings of this system. Well, then again, you're evil. You're evil. That's evil. That is fucking evil. Like, really? I can't. It's just so crazy to me. Yeah, the reason why the younger generation is skeptical is because we see it was all a lie. We see, if the U.S. was actually the world policeman and we got the sense that we actually care about human rights and international law and freedom and justice, and we tried to govern fairly, right? I think people would feel differently about that system. I do. I actually do think that. But the thing is, it was all a lie, and people know it's all a lie. And then there's assholes like this who come out there and say, no, actually it wasn't a lie, and it's okay when we do war crimes, and just let us continue to run the world. Why? You're like a bald weirdo senator who probably sold out to multiple special interests. Why should anybody take you seriously, right? Like, clearly you guys can't handle having this power, so you shouldn't fucking have this power. We should actually abide by international law. We should actually not be, a nation above nations. We should be a nation among nations. I know, a crazy idea, right? But I'm not done. So again, this is a Democrat. This is a Democrat saying this. In the era of Trump bringing back rank imperialism and rank colonialism, not like mask off shit. He literally kidnapped Maduro and then started stealing the Venezuelan oil, where there's like $200 or $300 million sitting in an account, a private account in Qatar that Trump has control of. You look at that and you got nothing to say about that. You're just, the U.S. should run the... Like, I don't know. I don't think anything will ever wake these guys up, but I'm not done. Here's Senator Blumenthal, and here is what he says. I hope you have a vomit bucket nearby.
I want to salute Senator Graham. The two of us started coming to Munich with John McCain. I am in the John McCain wing of the Democratic Party.
Okay, they got to go. I'm sorry. They got to go. They got to go. They got to go. They got to be primary. They got to be defeated. We can't have this as... Look, we're Democrats. We should stand for a democratic ideology and philosophy, okay? This is dino shit. This is Democrat in name only. This is diet MAGA. This is neoconservatism. This is imperialism. John McCain never met a war he didn't fucking like. He never met a war he didn't like. And you're part of you're saluting Lindsey Graham, and you're part of the John McCain wing of the Democratic Party. The fact that there is a John McCain wing of the Democratic Party is fucking unacceptable. It is unacceptable. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Like Gavin Newsom signed the other day in California, like an official day recognizing Ronald Reagan. February 6th became Ronald Reagan Day, and he signed the bill that made that the case. Why are you doing that? Have some motherfucking self-respect. Ronald Reagan was the beginning of the end, the downfall of this fucking country. The guy's a menace. The guy's a fucking wrecking ball. The guy made this country worse. George W. Bush made this country worse. John McCain, same fucking thing. Donald Trump, same thing. For the love of God, can we get some motherfucking partisan Democrats in this bitch? Can you be a little bit partisan? Can you be a little bit of an asshole? Can you actually represent your values and stand on those values and not immediately cuck yourself and say, I agree with the other side actually about a lot of stuff? What is wrong with you people? Again, this is the era of open imperialism and colonialism and fascism. It's happening right in front of our eyes. And you're sitting there jerking off your fucking Republican colleagues, talking about how right they are and how great they are and how you're part of the John McCain wing and how actually the problem is people are now skeptical of American power. No, I think the problem is fucking American power, not the skeptics of American power. I think it's American power. I think it's all the death and destruction and all the robbery and theft and pillaging that we're doing on behalf of billionaires and corporations. I think that's the motherfucking problem. Oh my God, bro. So, and look, any Democrat who wants to be president in 2028, I hope you're fucking listening to this. You better be listening to this now. You need to make a 10 toes down, chest puffed out, no inarguable, aggressive case in 2028. I am a motherfucking non-interventionist. I'm anti-imperialist. I'm anti-colonialist. I'm anti-neoconservative. I'm anti-stupid, illegal wars of aggression. I am a non-interventionist. I believe in diplomacy. I believe in negotiations. I agree in working with the world. I believe in peace deals. I do not believe in crusading and stealing fucking sovereign wealth like Venezuela's oil. And we're not going to do what they did in the past. We're just not. And if you can't represent, in other words, I don't even want to hear some bullshit, I'm a liberal interventionist type stuff. I don't want to hear it. No. If you're an interventionist of any respect, go fuck yourself. The only time we should do war, ever, is for defense of the nation, imminent defense of the nation. That's it. If that's not your standard, I don't want to hear it. And here we have Democrats in Munich playing footsies with the Republicans and agreeing with imperialism and colonialism. And you wonder why, even though Republicans are self-immolating and destroying themselves all across the country because when they govern, they're horrible. But you wonder why the Democratic Party's approval rating is still horribly low. It's because of this. It's because you're weak as fuck. You're weak. You can't fight. You're not strong. Like, you don't really believe in anything, and you always cuck yourselves to the other side and half agree with demons, okay? Congrats, you're a half demon, not a full demon. We're supposed to fucking clap for you? We're supposed to support you? For the love of God, everybody's got to wake up. Everybody's got to wake up. No more of this. I'm done with the imperialism. I'm done with the colonialism. I'm done with the fascism. I'm done with the fucking warmongering. I'm done with the bullshit, the corruption, the billionaire love, the corporate love. Like, it's got to end. It's got to end. We need real Democrats, not diet MAGA Democrats. And these motherfuckers are diet MAGA Democrats.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.